The John Hendricks Collection at the Gateway Museum in Gateway, Colorado is an amazing assemblage of American automobiles that was put together as an homage to the American auto manufacturing industry in itself. The highlight of the collection is undoubtedly the 1954 Oldsmobile F-88 Concept Car. This car represents the absolute pinnacle of post-war American design. This was a dream car in the early 1950s. General Motors and their Motorama cars were unlike anything else that you would see in period. People would go to car shows around the country anticipating this grand display, and General Motors happened to be one of the more prolific in terms of not just creating cars, but also creating a display and a design. It was a period of big dreams, big designs, and big hopes for the automotive manufacturing industry. It represents truly a period in post-war American production that few other automotive manufacturers could even match. This car is undoubtedly the flagship car of the Gateway Collection. There's no question. It's a spectacular example. It's known worldwide. This is a car that was known and famous in 1954 when new, just as it is today, and it is a truly spectacular example. One of the most important aspects of this Oldsmobile F-88 is really when you look at the details on it and you see these individual styling cues. These elements are what actually went into the production cars years later, whether it was taillights, which would then reappear later on a 1959 Cadillac, things like that. Those were really the reason why people got so enthused by what they saw, because they realized then that this actually represented something that they could buy in the future. I love the color combination of it as well. I think that the gold with the green interior is spectacular, and that gauge cluster that kind of goes right down the center of the dash, highlighted by the large speedometer on the top, that's unlike anything else. And it's all fully functional and it all works perfectly. I absolutely love that. I love the look of it. It makes you feel like you're not just looking at a concept car, you're driving a concept car. One aspect of this particular concept car that makes it so special is that it does employ all of these different elements of production cars that actually make it a usable, drivable example. Utilizing a Corvette chassis, utilizing the 324 cubic inch Rocket 88 motor, a 3-speed hydromatic transmission, all of these things combined to make it an eminently drivable car. One of the most unique aspects of most of these Motorama cars is that many of them ceased to exist after they were shown. They would get destroyed, they would be sent off to be crushed or in some cases buried, and many of these cars disappeared and were never to be seen again. The fact that we have a genuine Motorama car, something that has existed since 1954, has such a long lineage and history, and we're able to present that here today, makes it so much more special and unique, and it adds to this specific car's provenance. This car is actually an immediate entry in just about any car event or show around the world, because there are so few cars like it, and there are so few American cars that encapsulate elegance, speed, uniqueness, styling, and also all 1950s. It's hard to come up with anything that compares to something like this Oldsmobile. The team at Broad Arrow is excited to welcome all of you to our upcoming auction this August 17th and 18th at the Monterey Jet Center in Monterey, California.